May Lyria touch you. Get to know your blade. Here.
This is so gorgeous.
Let Brit fill you. Sounds like you've been busy. Open up your pack and let's take... The Court of Summer has no true influence. If it did, perhaps this ridiculous war would reach its end. That's it. These will drive the visitors mad with envy. Everyone will get one. And what will I get? Whatever rewards they deem worthy. Don't keep me waiting too long.
Stay out of the understuff.
You've got the seeds. Now we'll see if the Victor's Brew can stand up to a new challenger. I'll have a batch of Asker's draft ready before the week is out. Take this, friend. And like I promised, the merchants here will give you a discount. You've got a home here in the alley for as long as you like. Come back again.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Duskling. A mortal? Here?
You've done well, Child of the Dust. Those below will never know what is really happening. But in the end, is this a part of the many seasons or the sudden tempest? Does hiding the rot not spoil the harvest, no? Take this. You're brave. Perhaps we will meet again. Farewell.
What do you want?
Hello there. Perhaps one day the nightmares will cease, and I again will be my own man, body and soul. Until then, I have Gisela.
What have we... I hoped you would come. After all, I owe you so much. How can I repay you for what you've done? There was a time when kings begged me to read their fortunes. Shall I read yours? I have so many names, but I am not the subject of this conversation. Do you wish your fortune read or not? Interesting. It appears as though you have no future. Does this mean your death is nigh? I've crafted what I need, and I'm done with this woman's body. Right now, she's trying to tell you to kill me. Perhaps you would like to oblige her? Now...
Such events were...
Hello, Sagril.
There's something different about you. Something. See you soon.
Nice to have you back.
You're even more dangerous than I first believed. No one has ever allied with the Maid of Windermere. No one until you, that is.
Bye-bye.
It was Nuala Ignis who stirred the magics of Aod? At least now we may restore the balance of the ruin before the rest of Dalentarth is engulfed in flames. What is this? You caught her crafting this, you say? Remarkable. Just utterly remarkable. That might explain her behavior. Breaching the seals of Aod should have been far beyond her capacity. Not to mention whatever this is, I have never seen the like. It is as if the element of fire were given physical form. You have done well. I have another assignment for you when you are ready. In the meantime, I shall be studying this sunstone. Adept Fell recently began investigating some disappearances in Melaglia. I haven't heard from her in some time. I want you to go to Melaglia in the plains of Erethel. A member of our order will meet you on your way there to give more information. Do not keep your contact waiting. And when you've sorted the business with Lerkara out, meet me at the Rathir chapter house. North and east, across the plains of Erethel, to the village of Mel Aglir. I will be setting out for Rathir shortly, so when you are finished in Mel Aglir, meet me at the chapter house there. Mel Aglir is a trade hub between the great cities of Odessa to the south and Rathir to the north. Lately, however, the town has been experiencing a number of disappearances. Archsage Jubal Calidus is the highest-ranking member of our order. He is the most powerful sorcerer alive, and as such, commands the allegiance of all within the Scolia. If he ever asks anything of you, neophyte, be sure to deliver. For generations, the lords of Candrian Keep have ruled over various parts of the plains of Erethel. Candrian Keep is the ancestral seat of power. Where did I put my quill?
You've returned. Have you found them? Then you must tell me, please. Very well. Until next time. Please, tell me what transpired. Then you must tell me, please. Yes, I suspected as much. Cassera has a strong will and thinks with much agility. I am not surprised to learn this is her doing. Very well. What happened next? Very well. Don't be a stranger. Please, tell me what... Then you must tell me, please. Yeah, very well. What happened next? Regrettable. It truly is. He was neither as strong as Aloran nor as smart as Cassera. I see how they might have turned on him. And so? What of the third? Yes. Aloran often trusted too much in his own skill, and did not properly understand his environment. The She would have made quick work of him. Those fools. All this bloodshed over a gem. And now, I cannot even bring myself to look at it. Better, I think, that you keep it. In addition, I will discount my services to you, should you ever be in need of them. Thank you again. Goodbye!
I'm a seamstress, an excellent one. Lot of good it's doing me right now. Please, my husband needs help. I can't bear to think about what the Fae are doing to him in there. I hardly know where we are, let alone what this place is. I just want my husband back. I've heard that these wilds are the last place in Detir to find the Fae undisturbed. We were just trying to pass through to the Red Marches when Amalur became ill. We had stopped so he could catch his breath when the Fae came storming out of their ruin. They took him past the barrier to the south, and I haven't seen him since. They took him to a ruin beyond that fork in the road. I tried to stop them, but they won't release him until the curse is removed. I have no idea what they're speaking of. Please, help us! Thank you so much. The Fae took him through the narrow pass nearby.
Help me, please. The Fae kidnapped me and won't let me leave. I think I'm ill. Please convince them to let me go. This pain is unbearable. You saw my wife. Thank goodness she's all right. I bet she'd wait out there for a decade if she had to. I hope I won't be stuck here for that long.
This place is as foreign to me as my Fae captors. There's nothing here except the lethal wildlife and a scorching sun above. And all the Fae we could ever hope to meet. Blasted, I'd leave right now if I could. My wife and I were just passing through Ulcerund. We lost our way trying to get to the Red Marches when I grew ill. The next thing I know, I have a burning fever, and when I stopped to catch my breath, the Fae ambushed us. They keep talking about how I can't leave until I'm free of the Narca affliction.
Greetings, mortal. Greetings, mortal. There's an odd aura flowing from you, mortal. What brings you to the sands?
Mortals are too fragile for these lands. Have you seen?
And the sands beget a mortal. Fascinating.
Greetings. You are strange. There's something distinctly Fae about you. Releasing him would be detrimental to Fae and mortal alike. I sense something peculiar about you, though. Perhaps you could help him. He could be healed, we surmise, with the completion of the Rite of Valor. Have you noticed my enraged summer brethren out in the sands? They attack anyone, friend or foe. We of the Circle term it the Narca affliction. It's a curse magical in nature. The affected cannot be reasoned or bargained with. The Almain fell victim to the curse, and though it has not altered his mind, he complains of pain. He warrants study, and so we keep him. Have you noticed my enraged? We of the Circle term it the Narca affliction. The Almain fell victim to the curse, and though it has not altered his mind, the key is the Cora petal. The regenerative properties of the petal can cure the Almain. You'll find it on the vessel of the Guardian of the Caverns, the Cora Thresh. The Rite of Valor will awaken the Guardian, which has lain dormant in this long winter. Defeat it, and the petal can be plucked from its vessel. Head to the Caverns of Ingress at the base of the Great Spine. There are 3 Erathi sigil stones within. They are marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Activate them in that order. Each stone will curse you. Once the last stone is activated, a beast of many vines will challenge you in your weakened state. Defeat it, and bring the Coropatal to us. You must retrieve the Coropatal from the cavern. Find it, defeat it, and pluck the Coropatal from its vessel. I direct the Circle of Engard in its duties. My allies and I serve the champion of valor, not the mortal pretender, but the Fae known as Engard. Unfortunately, the champion is no more. Not since his defeat in the arena by mortal hands. We have confidence that he'll appear in Amalur once again. Every Fae is compelled to perform a function, and reigning as champion was Engard's role. When the champion returns, the Circle of Engard will take up arms once again, and our rites of combat will shake the earth. We realize our presence in Detir is rapidly diminishing. If we can re-establish the tradition lost with the House of Valor, perhaps we can still stabilize our presence in this region. The Fae champion of Valor, Engard, was defeated in battle years ago at the House of Valor by a Varani warrior. In accordance with Fae tradition, control of the house passed to that mortal, and the Fae were forced to leave. The Fae have thrived here for many cycles. Though the way the seasons have been flowing, we may not thrive for much longer. Some of our brethren departed, like our champion, Engard. Some went mad and became Narka. Those of us who are left remain for the sake of this land. If it were free of the Narka curse, we would gladly follow after our champion. They are our brethren, afflicted by the same curse as the Almain Allard. Left untreated, the curse alters the mind and role of the afflicted. We term these brethren Narka, and you'll find them wandering the desert of Ulcerand, attacking any that come near. They cannot tell friend from foe. It'll take some time before it's safe to walk the sands without a resolution to this dilemma. You must activate 3 sigil stones within the caverns of Ingress. They're marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Each stone will lay a curse upon your vessel when activated, and summon opponents to face in your weakened. At the right's end, a beast of many vines will appear to challenge you. Defeating it will permanently remove the curses. Their effects are temporary. The curses will vacate your body if you begin the rite, and then leave the caverns of Ingress. Farewell, mortal.
Mortal. Strange. The threads of fate do not entwine your destiny. We await the return of our champion. The mortal Magnus defeated him, and he has not returned. I read the fates for the Circle. That is my role. They are our brethren, but they cannot distinguish Fae from foe. They attack all who approach, and we know not the cause of their malady. Goodbye.
Welcome, mortal. I can heal your vessel if you require it. It is my role. I repair the vessels of the Circle when necessary. It is my role. This land is in pain. It is afflicted as the Narka are afflicted. Mindless. There's some are Fae. They cannot distinguish Fae from foe. They attack all who approach. We know not the cause. Goodbye.
You've seen Allard, then? Oh, thank goodness. goodness, he's all right. Why would they imprison him? They won't let him leave until you've completed a rite for him? Damn them. How could they do this to us? Please, help us. My husband must be terrified.
Mitharu has chosen each of us for the gifts we can bring him. Mitharu has chosen each of us for the gifts...
Another new soul in Ulcerant. Tell me, are you here for the rite of Mitharu as well? His voice is clear to those who truly wish to believe. I'm an apothecary. I never thought about vast things, the workings of the heavens, the way of gods. But then I lost my mother. In my grief, I wandered here, into the desert, where the voice came to me. It drew me here, to the oasis. And when I was at my weakest, my most despairing, Mitharu comforted me, and asked me to come give my offering. Since then, I have led others here. Why, the voice belongs to none other than Mitharu himself. He speaks to us through this place, this oasis. Great Mitharu holds the fates of our world in his hands. Without his divine order, everything would descend into chaos. We are meant to make his message a reality.
Hail! Have you brought something from Mitharu? It's wonderful, if only because Mitharu has blessed it with his presence. I heard word of this shrine from her, followed her all the way from Dalentarth. I've not trained anyone since coming to the desert, but very well. Any money I make will benefit Mitharu, so I will teach you. Farewell, adventurer.
Greetings again. Well done. I can use the petal to create an elixir for the Almain. He needs only to drink this. If it indeed frees him from the curse, he may leave. And I will finally have hope of saving Ulcerund from the Narca. Administer the potion to the Almain. Hopefully, it'll free him of the curse, and we can begin to heal Ulcerund of the Narca affliction. Farewell, mortal.
You've returned. Will the Fae allow me to leave? They'll let me go if this works. Fine. I'll drink anything at this point. I can feel the curse leaving me. I'm not just saying that so I can leave. It's like a fever's breaking. I should get back to my wife. Thank you again, and farewell.
That was impressive. Our success with the Almain bears great portent for Ulcerund. If a mortal can be cured, then maybe a Fae can as well. I believe that you could survive a journey through the Fellfire Pit. Will you help us with another task? Ulcerund is among the last Fae lands untouched by mortal civilization. But it is not without its difficulties. Some of our brethren have fallen to a curse that renders them feral and frenzied. My brethren and I make up the Circle. The Circle is holding vigil, waiting for the champion to return. We wish to repeat our success with the Almain at a much grander scale. To do this, we require the essence of another plant, this time from the Fellfire Pit. The pit is located at the base of the great spine of Ulcerund. The flower, the Fellfire bloom, rests there. The only plant that grows in the pit. We know the mortal fondness for compensation, and will reward you significantly. Excellent! Then head to the Fellfire Pit, where the Guardian of the Bloom awaits. We have waited long for the champion to return. The Fellfire Bloom is the only flower able to grow in the pit. It is located at the base of the rock structure we call the Great Spine. A magical fire burns within that never dims. The flower bestows regenerative properties. We'll use it to heal this land of the Narca curse. It is located at the base. We have waited long for the champion to return. Greetings. Excellent. You have my thanks, child. Now, we can use the power of the Fellfire Bloom to begin the removal of this curse from our lands. We will, however, require your services once more to accomplish this. Will you aid us again? Seek an audience with the keepers of the crossing, and then administer the sample of Fellfire Bloom to the heart of this land. With luck, you will free this entire region from the Naka affliction. The Summer Fae who live here are tied to the land, and the land in turn is tied to the crossing. You must invoke the Keeper's right in order to reach the crossing. The first step is to challenge Pura at the Crown of the Sun to battle. You need proof that you have bested her to pass through Caer Alatha. The restorative properties of the Fellfire Bloom will remove the Naka's affliction from the font of the crossing. Very well. Defeat Pura, and she will give you the Amulet of the Sun. Take the amulet to the keepers at Caer Alatha, and they will allow you to pass. At the bottom of Caer Alatha, you'll find the font of the crossing. Place the sample of Fellfire Bloom atop it. Go to the Crown of the Sun, where Pura trains replacement keepers, and challenge her to battle. Only if you defeat her will she grant you the amulet. Then delve into the depths of Caer Alatha and find the crossing. If our theory is correct, your help in this matter will finally free Ulcerund of the Naka affliction.
A child of dust? What brings you to the crown of the sun? The desert is unkind to mortals. I do not wish to speak to you about Fey affairs. This place is older than your mind can grasp, and it will remain long after you are gone. I am the guardian of the crown of the sun. It is my role to watch this sacred place and see to the safety of the keepers in training. They spend hundreds of years here in preparation of their duties. I am tasked with meeting their needs, ensuring they are ready. It will be several hundred years before the replacements for the current keepers arrive. Florian told you of it. They must trust you implicit. It is one of many sources of our worldly power. It is an almost limitless source of magical energy, closely tied to the essence of Alcerund. Alcerund is the last bastion of the Fae in Detir, one of the few places in these desert lands where we are plentiful. They are summer Fae, but their minds have been altered. They attack any who travel the sands, be they mortal or Fae. Florian and the Circle sent you to access the crossing? It is highly unusual for a mortal to invoke a Fae rite, but your aura is most unlike a mortal's. Very well. Prepare yourself. Well done. You are a skilled combatant. It's no wonder you've earned the respect of Florian and his circle. The Amulet of the Sun is yours, and with it your right to descend to the crossing. You will find the crossing in the deepest depths of Caer Alatha. The Amulet of the Sun allows you to access the tunnels that will take you there.